I did. I voted, but I forgot to get my sticker that says I voted. So, did I actually vote? You just have to take my word for it because it's none of your business who I voted for. Okay? All right? It's none of your business. I voted, though. I didn't vote. Nope, I didn't vote. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Mike Daggs Reviews podcast. It is November. Thank you for joining me. It's November. I am tired. I'm always tired in November. Don't you just get tired when you think you'd be happy that the clocks jump back, skip back, get put back, but you don't. You know, you think that you're happy. You think that it's nice because you get an extra hour of sleep, but you don't. It just makes you like more tired, and now it just gets dark at 4 o'clock. So you come home, and it's dark. The sun's already gone. I mean, it doesn't help that today's cloudy and shitty, but it's dark every day. It sucks. Yeah. It's this would be the time of year that I hated school because you come home trying to do schoolwork and homework. I mean, trying to do homework is just impossible. You can't do it. Can't do it on a day like today when it's rainy. You just want to come home and sleep. I wanted to come home and sleep, but I had to stop at the stupid store to buy things. I feel like every day after work I have to stop at the store and buy something. Like I feel like every single day I'm stopping at the store. It's like, I gotta grab this stupid thing when I get home. Before I get home, I gotta grab this crap. Like today I had to buy freaking cotton swabs. Like cotton swabs, and then so I buy cotton swabs, which is one of those things where it's like you never need. Like I forgot I need to buy fucking cotton swabs. It's such a dumb adult thing to buy. It's like condiments. It's like fucking mustard and mayonnaise and shit and ketchup. You never really remember until you're out of it. You're like, that's right. I gotta fucking buy fucking ketchup again. I'm out of ketchup. There's another $2.50 that I need to go fucking spend. Ugh. It's the worst. But cotton swabs are just stupid. Like, all right, what else do you use them for? It says infant care. Infant care? Okay. All right, I get that. And then it blatantly says on the box package that comes in, do not put these in your ear. Do not put these in your ear. And no one listens to that. That's what I need fucking cotton swabs for. I need for my ears. Like, I know it's dangerous. I know you can, like, I don't know, screw up your hearing. I fucking hate Apple products, man. I know you like, and I'm just blatant. You know what? We're just going to do this for the rest of the fucking podcast. Oh, man. I say I hate, and I have a fucking MacBook. Because why is this? Why isn't it showing my... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh boy, as if you could see, that's why I don't use that for anything important, because it sucks. But no, what the hell do you use to get the freaking wax out of your ear? I'm not buying one of those fancy like twisty things because those don't even work. You know, I'm gonna use cotton swabs. You just do it carefully, like everyone else does. You go, I know it can go deaf at any second here, but we're just gonna risk it. Because I need to get this crap out of my ear. But yeah, it's just the dumbest thing. And I can't see pictures on this. This is going to make this fucking fantastic. Now I'm going to have to be on my phone looking up things for this episode. Because my iPod just doesn't want to, freaking MacBook doesn't want to show me pictures for some reason. So it's pretty hard to do. But, yeah, so stopping at the store. I always have to stop at the damn store. Every day. It's like I go one day, buy a ton of stuff, and then the next day I'm like, shit, I need to stop. I need to get laundry detergent now because I forgot to get that yesterday. Well, not even that. It's just I just now remembered that I need that. I feel like I stop and, like, for me, there's a Walmart right by my work, and I hate Walmart. I've expressed it. I hate it. I love it, but I hate it. I hate Walmart because it's the fucking worst. It's the worst store ever. It's just, you just feel just depressed. I feel depressed when I'm in Walmart. And, it just, you walk, no one wants to be there. Everyone's just like, fucking need to get a cantaloupe and a shirt. I need a pack of white teas and a cantaloupe, and this is the only place I can just stop and get all of it in one place. But yeah, it's just the worst. And every day, I think that I already got all the stuff I need. All right, I got it all. I'm done. And there's more, and then there's more. But I don't know. It's voting day. Today is voting day. Yesterday, when you listen to this, is voting day. It's the most important voting day that's ever been in the United States of America. So hopefully you went out and voted. I did. I voted. But I forgot to get my sticker that says I voted. So did I actually vote? You just have to take my word for it because it's none of your business who I voted for. Okay? All right? It's none of your business. I voted, though. I didn't vote. Nope, I didn't vote. I didn't vote because I like some people who just go out there and then they post, I voted. Okay, no one gives a shit. No one cares, but everyone wants to post their little sticker saying they voted. And I didn't vote, not because I don't care about what happens, because I do. I do care about this country a little bit. I do care about stuff, but I'm uninformed. I am an uninformed individual. And what's worse than people that don't vote is people that are uninformed and vote. Just vote just because they want to vote and say they voted and post it on Facebook. That's why they give you a sticker saying I voted. Like, it's just a duty. Go vote. Shut the fuck up. Like, you don't need to post that you voted. Like, it's simple as that. I don't know what to tell you. Like, who cares? Who actually cares? Because you can vote. There's a lot of voting going on. Like, not just in November. Like, voting for your city and town happens all the time. Voting on new things and regulations. But no one cares about that stuff because you don't get a nice little sticker. And if you post it on Facebook, it's just like, who cares? But this time of year, everyone wants to vote. But yeah, no, I didn't vote because I'm uninformed. I don't know who's, like, who stands for what things. I don't know what their policies are. And everyone's policies and stuff is so convoluted. It's like a second job trying to figure out what half these people stand for. And I don't want to hear any of this. Let's all vote blue and get this red crap out of here. Because voting Democrat is going to get this Republican crappy Trump out of here, which is not going to happen. I don't know. I don't agree with a lot of policies. I was just listening to Bill Burr's podcast on the way over here, and he brought up a point. He likes to just vote for people that are crazy, and I love that. I would vote for the people that don't win, and I know that stupid stigma, like, well, if you don't vote, then they're not going to win, obviously. And when there's 100 million people that go, I would have voted for him, but he wouldn't win, that doesn't actually make any sense, because if everyone just voted for that person, then But no, I think it's overrated. I think that there are certain policies that will change, and it's unrealistic to believe that you voting for somebody that their goals are completely aligned with what you think should be happening is going to happen. It's just, that everybody on TV is getting, go out there and vote. Because their agendas are completely on the up and ups, right? They're not pressuring me just so they can be, for office. It's like if I'm running for a seat in office and I want to make change, but, realistically you realize that some of the change that everybody wants can't really occur. I don't know. I don't want to be political. This isn't a political podcast. So I know a lot of you probably just said, oh, talking politics. I promise you I will never talk politics ever again. I will never ever do it because, again, you used to say weather, politics, and what's the other one there you're not supposed to bring up? You're never supposed to bring up weather, and you're never supposed to bring up politics. Oh, and religion. You're never supposed to bring up all those. And I feel like that's all you see that everybody wants to talk about lately. Everybody wants to talk about religion and politics. And the weather. The weather sucks. And we're all going to die because of global warming. Who knows? I don't know. Who cares? Really? I mean, really, who cares? Really. I get it. You want to save the world. But you also want to drive to work. So I want to get to work faster, and I don't want to ride a horse or pay $80,000 for an electric car. So, I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too, people. And this, I don't, like, off screen, it just looks terrible because my stupid computer just chooses the best times to not work. And I'm trying to get a topic for the main topic of this podcast today, because you guys helped me out, gave me a lot of feedback, tons of it, on a subject I'm going to bring up in a little bit. Yeah. So who voted out there? And if you got some advice of what you exactly voted for? Because like I said, I am uninformed. I have no idea. So why would I go and just check in? Sarah Ingalls. Yeah, she sounds great. Chris Thompson. Yeah, running for. All right. Yeah, I'll vote for him because he's on the blue side. Okay. You shouldn't be voting for people you have no idea. Like, when I went to go vote, the last time I voted was when it was Obama and what was the second one? What are the second? So like that's how little I actually like follow this shit. The second one, the one in 2012. It's the one I voted in. I actually voted. So I went there, voted Obama because Mitt Romney. That's who it was. I paid attention back then. This was 6 years ago, so I don't remember what some of the policies were. But I figured, why go with something new? Just leave it Obama. He ain't fucking up too bad, is he? But yeah, when I voted for him, like the 8 other people on the ballot, I'm like, I don't know any of these people. So why am I? What am I doing here? What am I doing? This whole system of voting too is wild. Like you have to go first. I mean, you register through get it done through the DMV. Then you got to go there, and then you got to register. Sometimes you can't even when I went there. Luckily, you can register and vote on the same day. I showed up and they're like, "Oh, did you register to vote?" And I'm like, what?" They're like, "Yeah, you got to go to that line and register." I'm like, well, God, all right. And then they're like, "And you could vote today too." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, hopefully." I ain't coming back here. And then, because you got to figure out where you can even vote, because that's a thing too. Like, you have a district and stuff. I feel like there's just a lot easier ways to figure, like, I got a social security number. Why can't you just hook it up with that? Why can't you just, go online? Then you should be able to just go online, boopity-bap, put in your social security number, although I know some people are, weird about that. And then just, because then at least you could get some information on who you're voting for. Like when I go I'm standing in a curtain, I don't even know who this guy is. Let me do some research. Is his policies? Oh yeah, okay, Fox News article. Let me read that. According to this guy, he sucks, so I'm not gonna vote him. Because it feels seedy. Like voting just feels like nobody really knows what they're voting for. Like they don't know what the hell. Like you don't know this person. You're like, who is this guy? At least give me a picture so I can be like, nope, he looks like an asshole. I'm not voting for him. He looks like a douche. But yeah, I guess this is the biggest, most important vote in American history because 65 seats are up for grabs or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's wild. It's just talking again. Politics on a podcast that shouldn't be talking about politics because I have no idea what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to sports, though, because that's mainly what we focus on here: sports, movies, TV shows, comedy, all that sort of stuff. You like the hat? World Series championship hat. Went and got that today. Luckily, randomly, I am in Boston because I'm in Boston all the time, and my stupid T-Mobile bill sends me this 100, and we're gonna charge you $100 at the end of the month for your phone. Okay, why? And you can't just text the robot why are you doing this? Because it'll be I don't understand that. I just told you that I'm gonna charge you $100, but you can't actually talk to me. I'm an automated text reply system. Okay, so I go into the store, and it's the way the world is now, where so many things are just, so many people shop online. Even the store I'm talking about earlier. When you go to the store, I 9 times out of 10, I just walk up to the self checkout thing because I don't want to fucking wait for somebody to ring up my stuff. I feel weird sometimes now that that's an option to be able to go over and like check your own stuff out. I don't feel as weird buying in a random assortment of things at Walmart anymore. I've got like Hot Pockets and a rope and a new pair and a package of socks. And I don't want to be judged, I don't want to be judged, even though I'm at Walmart and I'm sure there's someone behind me is buying a lot weirder shit together, but it's like I just need a new pack of socks and I happen to be hungry, so I just grabbed these Hot Pockets. And the rope is for I have to fucking drag something from my back. You know what? I don't even feel like I don't want to explain this to you. I'll just go to the register and swipe half of this and pay and pay for the half of it. The other half I'll just put in the bag and we'll get out of there with some free stuff. I'm just kidding. I've never stolen things from that line. Too nervous to because there's that camera. But anyway, I digress so hard. On this podcast. What the hell was I even talking about? Oh, that's right. So everything's so automated. You go up, you walk, you don't like the least amount of human contact ever. You don't even have to talk to anybody anymore. You just walk into a store or you order your stuff online and then it's like you just completely skip seeing anybody ever. But I still buy all my stuff at an actual store. So walk up, you buy it all. So everything just feels so automated. So when you go into T-Mobile to talk to them, it's like, I can just check my stuff online. But this particular question, I don't know what the hell. I need somebody to physically just like explain this to me. So I can articulate like why are you charging me $100? What is this? What is that? Tell me what that is. So I go in there. She does a pretty good job describing it to me. She's like, your phone, the old thing they had was a lease from your phone, not my phone, but the other person on my line's phone. So yeah, you have the option to either trade the phone in and upgrade or pay off the phone and then it's yours. So that's, hearsay. It's whatever. I figured that out. And then she goes, oh, you look like you're into sports and stuff. And I'm like, how did you know? How did you know? And so she's like, oh, do you have the T-Mobile Tuesdays app? And I'm like, no. Why would I have that? She's like, oh, if you download the app, today's deal is this Tuesday's a free Red Sox hat. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, pretty nice. Got the World Series, logo on the side. It's like a $30 New Era hat I got for free. And then apparently it's only happening in Boston area. So you missed out. I immediately text a couple friends like, hey, you should go get this free hat at T-Mobile. You have T-Mobile, right? Go get this free hat. And they're like, screw you. I can't even get it for free. It was only in Boston. So it pays to be in Boston all the time. And then, so my app didn't say, I don't know if it's like you have to have a Boston number, but my app didn't tell me a free hat, and the guy was just like, just give him the free hat, like you can just have it. She was like, oh yeah, she's like, I'll just give you the hat for free. He's like, yeah, I mean, she asked him, she's like, should I just give it to him? She's pretty cute too. I think that might have been a little bit why I got that hat for because you're supposed to check in so you don't go around getting free hats and then selling them. But mine didn't say. There was no deal on my phone, but I got a free hat, so worked out. That's my hat story. Great hat story. But brings me back to sports and the main topic of why I'm holding my phone instead of looking at a screen. This is why I grabbed the screen today, so I could look through this stuff. But of course, it's not working, so I can't find what I have to look at. Anyway, so I asked you guys last week, and you helped out. You responded pretty well. 28 votes towards with the Red Sox winning, their fourth World Series since 2001. I guess you can call it 2004, but for this, we should really start at 2000. With them winning their fourth World Series and the Pats winning 5 in that pretty much the same amount of time span. Which team has had more success, do you feel? And like I said, I initially thought, this is pretty much a Patriots town. Everyone here is all, the market share for TV is all Patriots. Everything, it's a football town. It's starting to feel like a baseball town now more because the Red Sox have had some success. They missed the playoffs for the last, couple years. So them winning another World Series is just it's starting to become, I feel like it's Patriots. And then, I feel like, I don't know. I try to get out of my inner circle of people. it's a weird inner circle because I have groups everywhere because I'm mixed. I'm mixed racially, so I have just a diverse group of friends. So I have my core group of friends. The most of the people I know are all Pats fans. I have some sprinkled in like Green Bay and freaking Steelers fans and all that crap and that. They're just, I don't know, they're weirdos. But the majority of my friends, love the Pats. And then it's like I have I have friends who are like Celtics fans and they love basketball, so they're huge on the Celtics. And then I have friends that are huge on hockey, like really, so they're huge Bruin fans. And then it's like baseball, everyone's kind of a baseball fan too, like, but there's not too many like diehard like I love the Red Sox. Like we all love them. I go to Red Sox games. I've been to more Red Sox games than any because they're cheaper and because I don't know, I've just been to more Red Sox games than any other games. Probably been to like 20 Red Sox games. So I feel like, but I don't feel like that's the second. Like I feel like for me specifically, it's Patriots, and then my level of care is probably Celtics, and then Red Sox, Bruins kind of like on the back half. Maybe slopes down for the Red Sox because their seasons. I have my own qualms about baseball. The season's too long, way too long. It's just, games are every day. It's so hard to keep up with them. It's like, oh yeah, they're doing good, right? Yeah, they're like 10-4. Yeah, cool. And then it's like 3 weeks later, I'm like, oh, so what are they, like 13? No, they're 27-9. When did they play all those fucking games? What? It's ridiculous. Especially it's a summer. Like you're not watching a lot of baseball in the summer. It's just anyway. So immediately I thought that majority of the people would be like, Patriots have had more success because how can you not think that? They had the arguably, highly contested decision of the greatest quarterback of all time in Tom Brady, who during this run, the Patriots have become relevant. And then you've got, football is the most exciting sport in the country. It's huge. It's hugely popular, especially around here. Everyone loves the Pats. So I figured, like, by a landslide, I figured people would be immediately like, oh, the Patriots. How can you not say it? They've been to 8 Super Bowls in the last 18 years. They've been to They've been to 7 straight AFC Championship games. Feels like every year they lock the division down in November, which they just did. They pretty much just did by Miami beating the Jets, and we beat Miami, and Miami's record's trash, and we pretty much just locked up the division last night, 2 nights ago, Sunday night. So I figured that people would just be like ignorantly smashing Patriots. But I was surprised. Good job, people who responded cerebrally. Yeah, good job on me for that word. That just recognize that it's both have had an extremely alarmingly future depressingly much amount of success. Like they both have just so much success in the last few years. It's wild. The Red Sox won it 4, 07, 13, and 18. All different, mostly different managers. With a few consistencies like Ortiz being there. A plethora of different pitchers. We don't have anybody from like any of those pitchers every era has been like new pitchers. Like this, like the last one was like Buchholz and Lester and Koji in 13. That was them. And I can't even remember who was in 4. 04 was like Martinez and what's his stupid fat face name there? Schilling. And then 07 was shit. I sound like an idiot right now. That's not a good look for somebody who's supposed to be good with sports. But I think Lester was in 07, wasn't he? Maybe? No, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, and then this year with like Sale and Price and Evaldi and all them, and all it's like just lights out. It's just completely different pitching. 3 different managers. It's wild to think the success they've had in the last since the turn of the century. So, and the fact that baseball is, it's more of a grind, and they say, not the best team doesn't always win. It was evident this year that it was the opposite, because the best team throughout the entire season won the World Series, which is in other sports you see that, like Golden State is going to win the finals this year. It's a given. Hockey is a little bit different, where it's like the team that gets hot at the right time with, if a goalie heats up, excuse me. Hey, Leia, remember that if you follow this podcast, every time or any content I make ever at my own house, anytime I go to start recording, my dog she goes, you know what? I'm going to eat right now. So that's literally, I don't know if you can hear it, but that's literally what she's doing right now. She's eating. I don't know if you can hear that, but she's literally chomping on her food right now. But, so I'm just going to talk over you because apparently, yeah, douche. But yeah, in basketball and hockey, you can have like a decent team, like a middle of the pack team, and if your goalie heats up, I mean, we've seen teams. I mean, like the 2011 team, the Bruins team, that was a good team. But Tim Thomas played out of his mind during those playoffs. I mean, if he doesn't play like that, they don't win. They don't win that Stanley Cup that year. I mean, he lifted that team, and if you have a goalie that's lights out, you're just gonna win. I mean, that's just how it is. We see it year in and year out with hockey. And football too. I mean, it's hard to measure because, again, I haven't got to the Patriots yet, but they've had so much success that they're always in it. They're always right there. But you can see a team with a great defense that's playing out of their mind make it, and you can see them win. Like if last year, if we lose to Jacksonville probably wins that Super Bowl because their defense was that good, and the defense isn't gonna like just not be good suddenly. I mean, they're gonna hold you. I believe if Jacksonville wins last year, if they beat us in Foxborough, they ride that momentum and they beat Philly because Philly wouldn't have been the underdogs like they were, and Jacksonville would have just stuffed them where we couldn't. You clearly saw that we just didn't stop them. Anyway, I'm getting too far into into this crap, but football, you see the same kind of teams. Pittsburgh's always there. We're always there. Seattle, even though they've been terrible the last couple of years, they've been there for a while. Denver comes around and gets in there. Atlanta's been hanging around. New Orleans has been hanging around. There's just a clump of teams that always seem to be right there in the end. As you can see, it's any given Sunday. Any team can beat any team, really. I mean, Sunday, the Cleveland Browns almost beat Kansas City. They didn't almost beat them, but they had a chance to. There was a slight window in like the second, right before halftime, where if they weren't Cleveland and terrible, they probably could have won that game. I told it to my friend. I was like, watch. Kansas City's going to lose to Cleveland. I know it. It's going to happen. And they didn't. I don't remember what the score was, but they beat them. But there was a chance because it's any given Sunday and weird things happen in football. Like they just fired their head coach. All the players are like, let's make it look like it wasn't our head coach or like it's not us. And they made the right decision that we're going to play our asses off. Yeah, I mean, they lost 37-21. That's not for Cleveland. For Cleveland, you would think Cleveland versus Kansas City, you would think that game would be 45-10, 45-3. That's how bad Cleveland's looked this year. But they made it close. It was close for a while. So you can have the best team all year. Usually the Patriots have the best team all year. And then you get to the AFC, you get to playoffs, you get to that, when weird things start happening and they can drop one. So I think both, to round this back, I think both is a very, very good, very, very successful franchises in the last 18 years. With the turnover in football, where the teams very, very rarely are the same team the next year. Baseball is tough as well, but I'm playing devil's advocate to both of these. Baseball, you have, there's no fluke why the Red Sox won this year. I mean, hindsight is 2020, and if you take a step back and look that they emptied out the farm system, they went and got Sale. They went and got Sale last year, but they went and got, everyone was pitching well. They spent like $200 million this year over that in paying for players. I mean, the Yankees fans and stuff are all saying, we bought our championship. I mean, first off, that's funny. That is funny for you to say that. As a Yankees fan, as a Yankees organization, to say that Boston bought a championship, that is funny. That's like pot meet kettle. What? Where do you think we learned that from, you douches? It sucks, doesn't it? It sucks when someone just pays more and wins a championship. Now, obviously, it doesn't always happen. Look at the Bobby Valentine year, Jesus Christ. But it's funny to hear that from that organization. Like, you guys went and paid for everybody. That's what you do year in and year out forever. You always have done that. Why do you think you got your 27 championships, you dingleberries? I find that funny. It's always funny when like a fan base does something and then like they make their bread and butter off of it, and then when they stop doing it and then it happens to them, they get all pissed off. Like who was it? It was San Francisco. No, was it who did they lost to the Rams? Seattle. I'm talking about Seattle right now. Seattle lost to the Rams, and they were like they were started complaining because the defense was like throwing cheap shots at them, and it was just like, Seattle, the Seattle Seahawks, you're gonna complain about cheap shots and playing dirty and playing ultra physical because they beat you. Like, what? You guys like Legion of Boom. Like, where do you, what? The fact that you are complaining about that is hilarious. It's wild. It's just like when, if we, as I always find it funny as a Patriots fan, as a diehard Patriots fan, and someone who also hates Alabama, that is a contradiction that I live with, and I recognize and I understand, because their programs are basically ran like 1A and 1B. Like if the Patriots were to convert to a college football team, they would be Alabama. In that, and not like, cocky saying, oh, they'd be great. Just that Saban is just the douchier, slightly more asshole version of Bill Belichick, where he's not really, he tells the media like blatantly to F off. Belichick just says it more like a snide, like, we're not going to tell you, we'll find out. They're kind of the same organizations. You got people who love them, who are assholes a lot, and then you got people who hate them even more. So they're kind of the same kind of thing. I mean, and even Saban and Belichick are friends, so it makes it even more like, yeah, I see what's going on here, Should I get lost? I lost so much. No, so the fact that, so the Red Sox spent a ton of money to win a championship, essentially. And it worked. I mean, on the outside looking in, that sucks. Fuck you guys, man. I mean, on the inside looking out, to look forward ahead kind of sucks, because we don't have any sort of farm system anymore. You don't have anybody that's going to be coming up. This is the team. This is the team for the next 3 years. So while trust me, I play devil's advocate a lot. I am ecstatic that they won. I am so pumped that they won the World Series. It's awesome. Even just saying it's great. Another championship in Boston. It's just amazing. But they're in like a win now. They got to win, and they might rattle off another one. And they kind of got to, because unless they make some major trades or get real lucky in their farm system and they draft some unbelievable sleeper guys, they've traded away a lot. There's no one else coming up. So, the Yankees are going to catch up. So it's going to be an interesting next 2-3 years of baseball in Boston. That being said, when we bring it to the Patriots side of it, the level of success is just unbelievable for a team to just consistently stay well above 500, always win the division. It's they're both really impressive. If I had to choose one, as an organizational standpoint, I would have to say the Red Sox, because of the fact they've changed over managers, they've changed players so much, and in baseball that really doesn't matter too much as long as you have a couple core pieces. Where in football, I mean, you got a 53-man roster. I mean, every spring you bring in 100 players, and you got to kind of sift through. I mean, you're one injury away in football. I mean, you were one injury away from your season essentially being over. Like, God forbid, if I won't even say it happens and someone gets hurt, that we all would it's over. You're done. You pack it in. You're done that season. I mean, Rodgers goes down to Green Bay. You see what happened to that team. They are trash. They become a top 5 pick in the draft the next year. So for the Pats to be to stay relatively healthy, but not even really relatively healthy. I mean, if you go back a few years and look at who's gone injured and who's gone out, like Gronkowski just didn't play the other day, and he's going to be questionable next week. Sony Michel, our running back we just selected, hasn't played the last week and a half. Last game. Edelman missed the entire season last year. Gronk the entirety of the season before. I mean, and they still find ways to just keep winning. It's crazy. It's wild, but. It's definitely I'd have to say baseball only because it's turned over. The turnover from the coaching, the managing and coaching has turned over in the pitching. I know the hitters have stayed relatively similar, but I think it's just more impressive to continue to be great during an entire season of baseball. It's insane. So I give it the slight edge to the Red Sox in this century. Only because of the last World Series. If they hadn't won the World Series, or if they hadn't made it to the World Series, it would still be overwhelmingly the Patriots. But to win the World Series in the fashion that they did, being the best team in baseball from April to October, is really impressive. That's wild, and it says something to the staff and the organization as a whole. So again, hats off to them. Awesome shit. I got another topic, but we're approaching 40 minutes now, and I don't want to keep going. I want to start making these a little bit shorter, and I have a lot to say on this next topic. But you might have to wait for a couple weeks because I already got next week's all scheduled out. So if you are joining from Facebook, oh, by the way, it's weird that you can see me. I decided to switch it back, kick it back to the old video, because the light makes this part of my arm, my bicep, look way whiter than this one. Sorry, distracted. So yeah, if you guys are tuning in from Facebook, what's going on? If YouTube too, I'm going to be going hard on those platforms, but I'm also still hooking up on Castbox. SoundCloud is just being tricky. It's being a tricky little bitch right now. Don't really have the money to be paying for a ton of episodes on there, so I might sneak one in here and there. But if you are listening on SoundCloud, thank you very much. I appreciate it still. And yeah, leave me some feedback. Tell me, bring up, let me know any topics. What if you didn't answer to the poll? Like I said, shout out to the people that did. A lot of people did respond to that poll. I had like 30 votes. A bunch of people commented. It was awesome. If you didn't, and if you want to jump in, who do you think is the best franchise? Who's had the most success since 2000? Think deep, give me a good response because I like that. If you have any other thoughts and comments, if you listened this far, drop a like, man. Anytime somebody likes it, it spreads to more people because then it's, when you see that, you scroll down your news feed and you see that like, oh, this person liked this video or something, or they commented on this video. You're friends with somebody and they comment on a video and then you go, oh, what's this video? What are they watching? Give me 40 minutes of your day, of your week. If on YouTube, I'm leaving the link down below on YouTube. I don't even know why. I'm going to shut this stupid computer. It's not doing anything for me. It's just taking up space and making me warm. What's up, pup? And then she burps. That's what she does. I really... dogs, man. Freaking dogs. But yeah. So if you continue to support my podcast and watch them, thank you so much. Other than that, yeah. Tune in for my Pats predictions. They will... No more primetime ones, so... I'll probably start to share those on Saturdays now, and then reshare them on Sundays, get some more people to interact with them and do some predictions. I'm going to be running another contest coming up pretty shortly. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I will talk to you next week. Thank you for joining the Mike Dies Reviews Podcast, Episode 9. Episode 9, I remembered it this time. All right, guys. Peace.